this up close to the camera. Two-jaw chuck is what this is. It's for the my buddy Chewy for Stark lathe. Little story here. So in the lathe, I've got a tailpiece that mounted on a chuck for his Stark lathe, the backing plate, and it's a one piece. Chewy had turned this portion down so that he could put it in a collet, and then of course here is the taper for the Stark lathe tailstock. So I was indicating the back of the tailstock there so that I could pick up the taper, and the plan is we're going to build a new tailpiece for the two-jaw the two-jaw chuck. I've got the two-jaw chuck mounted in the lathe, and I've indicated it in, and the current bore using a gauge pin is this is a 610 gauge pin, and I think that's where I'm going to shoot for, is for a 610 on my bore, and then we will build the shaft after the bore is complete. There's about almost 100 thousandths worth of taper in there. I'm going to bore an inch deep. It'll even go further, but an inch will work. And even though I have a travel dial set up on my lathe, for the fun of it, I'm adapting Adam Booth's A-bombs setup. It has a lot of merit, and it's one of those things you need to practice for using it also. So I'm gonna put that in there. I got my double boost light so I can look down the bore. That's kind of sweet. This one's on a mag base so I can move it around. And here's the actual shaft I'm going to end up making, and the bore will be decided once I'm finished there. Okay, so bring you back and we'll move on. Just out of something here, looking at my whiteboard, this is something I put up here a long time ago, and it's very helpful. Tools loaned and tools borrowed. Tools loaned, then you can at least be sure you'll get them back. And tools borrowed, I just hate when I come in and look at somebody's name up there that I've borrowed something of theirs. So it's a reminder to get it back to them so I don't have to deal with it. Alright, I'll bring you back here. Okay, I've been doing a little bit of boring here. I decided to only go 3/4 of an inch deep after I got started. And I've got a 602 pin here, is where I'm at right now. 603 won't go. 602 is in there, and just a minuscule of a little wiggle. So anyway, heading to 610 is my target, just for good old practice. This could be any old size, but that's what I'm going for. So I'll be back with you. Well, this is the final pass. I decided to go for 609 instead of 610. So we'll see where this should be. 609. We will see. My Adam Booth gauge working. Got a fairly slow feed here. Okay, well, we'll see if we hit 609 or 610. This is the, let me shut this lathe off. Got a nice finish. And this is the 610 pin. And 610 is a no-go. Get the 609. Alright, let's see if the 609 is happy. Oh baby. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. That's a nice fit. Okay, well, we'll bring you back when we make the shaft. That was fun. Here's the tail stock off the Stark lathe. Chewy brought it over so we can final fit the taper on the two-jaw chuck. So we're going to go over to the fire up the lathe, and we're just doing some of the finishing passes.
For the arbor.
For the arbor. So got the arbor back in, making the pass. And you can see we're using the drill.
Mexican motor.
No, it was Italian last time. It's an Italian-Mexican device here.
Puerto Rican motor.
But works real good for feeding the taper, getting a nice pass. This is 01, this is what we're turning here. So I thought we'd just show you this little finish up on it. Show you the final fit here, close a few minutes. Well, it's finished. It's actually finished twice. This one goes to the trash can. My mentor got a little aggressive, and we made it twice. Maybe he was just teaching me. so we put him over someplace where he's good at. He's grinding tool bits right now.
That's what beginners do.
Well, guys, you know, the other day I showed my new vise that I got, and had to decide where to put it. And as you know, I got a vise right here on my bench. It's a Charles Parker, and I was thinking, the bench is just loaded with crap here, and you'll see why. So I was thinking about putting it down there where that spark plug kit is, and I said, well, that doesn't allow me to put anything long on the bench, and I'd like to keep the vise, and finally realized, hey, if I put it where the arbor press is, I can have vices at 90 degrees, and they're both usable. Since, you know, we can go all the way across the shop here if I had something long in the vise. Well, to do that, that means that my toolbox that used to be right here, which is now down there, I had to move that and started rearranging the shop. So the cherry picker and stands came down here, the arbor press is going to move, and then I ended up moving my welder at the end of the bench here, toolbox is there, moved the drill press for wood, which is down by the wood area. That was always on the other side of the shop, so ended up moving it here. And since I got the new brake, I had a place for that, the welding table, parts cleaner, belt sander, grinder, trans jack, you know, my 3-in-1 brake, which I think you saw the other day, was right there. So managed to reshuffle everything, and bought one tool and had to shuffle hard. But gonna get this guy installed and get the air hooked up to it. Anyway, thought I'd share that with you guys.